Now to that guest I mentioned, Vanessa Wyche is joining us live, just appointed director of Johnson Space Center and now the first Black woman to lead a NASA center. What an honor to talk to you this morning. Welcome to Houston's Morning Show.
Good morning.
You've got to tell us how you're feeling about this. How are you feeling about this honor? You must be feeling like you could just fly to the moon right now.
Yes, well, I'm both humbled but also honored. Yes, very, very thrilled to be having this opportunity. Right now is such an exciting time in space, and here at the Johnson Space Center, our responsibilities with regards to our astronauts, our mission control. We have the International Space Station that has our astronauts, and they've been on board continuously for almost 21 years now. So keeping them safe and making sure that we're continuing to conduct experiments, research on orbit, and preparing for going to the moon with the Artemis program. Just a very exciting time.
Boy, is it ever. And you're such a trailblazer. I believe we can all learn from you. You've been able to break down many barrier after barrier after barrier throughout your career. Can you tell us what fuels you to be such a success story? And was this a dream that you had as a little girl? As it blossomed along the way? How did it all come about?
Well, you know, for me as a little girl, I grew up in a small town in South Carolina, and I was always a very curious child. Just loved to find out how things work. And so growing up, I didn't have, you know, a technology high school or technology programs. So it really was my interest growing from home, doing experiments at home with my brother. He got a chemistry set one year, and I was his apprentice. And so that kind of sparked the interest. But then going to college and finding engineering and just really having a passion. So I got an undergraduate degree in engineering. I went on and got my master's in bioengineering, and that really had sparked my interest. NASA, I didn't think ever that I would be working at NASA growing up as a little girl, but here I am. And I love it.
There you are, and a great role model for so many students now to look up to and to achieve to something like that. You know, you mentioned earlier some things that are what you called exciting going on at Johnson. Talk to me about maybe some of the things you're most excited about. How do you feel about the future of space exploration that you're really fired up about?
Oh, yes, very, very fired up. Well, you know, very thrilled that once again we're launching our astronauts from Florida, and SpaceX has successfully launched, and we have crew members on board. But we're also going to have an uncrewed test flight of Boeing for their commercial crew provider spacecraft. And so that's going to be coming up at the end of July. And then soon we will have two companies that will be able to carry our astronauts to space, both SpaceX and Boeing. So I'm very excited about that. And then I'm very excited about going to the moon. And here at the Johnson Space Center, we're responsible for the Orion program. And Orion will be the spacecraft that we'll use to go to the moon. And we'll go to the vicinity of the moon. We're also responsible here for the Gateway program. And Gateway is going to be a platform that's in what we call cislunar space, so it's near the moon, and will allow our astronauts to go up on Orion, and they'll go to the Gateway, and there they will meet up with the human lander, and they will go down to the surface of the moon. So I'm very excited about having the opportunity to see the first woman and the first person of color and the next man to be on the surface of the moon.
Obviously.
And then from there, yeah, we're planning to go to Mars. So yes, all of that is in works, and we have technology projects today that are going on right here at the Johnson Space Center.
A lot to look forward to, and I sure hope you will check in with us along the way and keep us up to date with everything. Vanessa Wyche, Director of Johnson Space Center, thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you.
All right, good luck in that new position as well.